November 0 Charlie Lima, turn left heading 360, descend and maintain 2,500.
So we're waiting for this to swing out, right?
Right, and what defines that? What radio?
Center 124.05. Envoy 3741, turn left heading 180, vector final approach course.
What defines that QP? What radio?
256.
All right. So you would have a log and you would write all this stuff down, the time, plan times, your, what time you actually crossed.
November 0 Charlie Lima, Winston Airport, 11 o'clock, 7 miles, reporting sight. November 0 Charlie Lima, clear visual approach, runway 33, Winston, contact tower 123.75.
It looks like we might go through this cloud layer.
Good.
Maybe right above it.
41, descend and maintain 4,000. November 07 Delta, reset transponder, squawk 3362.
All right, 33.
Are you connected back again?
Yeah.
All right.
Greensboro, cap 3227, we'll use 4,500.
Cap flight 3227, Greensboro approach, Greensboro altimeter 2974.
Tried.
Copy 2974, cap 3227.
So we're at 10.
November 07 Delta, clear direct Monroe Airport.
All right, Monroe Airport, clear for the Delta.
What are you actually truing out if you were to put your pressure altitude over, you see you got pressure altitude on here?
I think so.
Not sure how you make it.
Oh. Isn't that it right?
No. There it is. 2,700 over 0. Yep. And notice how we're coming right up on QP at altitude. Looks like you need a little nose down trim.
November 4 Zulu Alpha, say intentions after this approach.
We'll be missing up, we'll do a touch and go, and then we'll be requesting VFR flight piloting back to Stanley County.
So when we see the flag flip,
Alpha, Roger.
No,
and,
you won't see it flip on a cross radio.
Okay.
You'll see the needle swing through the center.
I see it. So I see it coming
if it's set
through
correctly.
1,400.
That's how you know you're at that waypoint.
All right, we'll
So set 72 over 0.
go over and get on the frequency.
Or, yeah, 72 over 0 on your true pressure altitude.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Over 0.
And that's a true airspeed of 180 miles an hour. I'm reading that right.
I was always, okay, so you put the temperature.
November 4 Zulu Alpha and Alpha.
Oh, you put pressure altitude.
Yeah, pressure altitude.
Over
7,200 over the temperature.
Over temperature Celsius.
All right, we'll plan on that package for the left.
Let me see what that is in knots.
I'm getting like 180 miles an hour, which should be about 130.
A little more than that.
30. Hold on,
About
130, 140.
knots.
Yeah. Yeah, the knots isn't lined up correctly here.
Well, that's because you're talking about the difference between true and indicated.
Okay.
That adjustment, that is for true airspeed.
Okay. Somebody was trying to help me with that one day.
256 knots.
And November 4 Zulu Alpha, change advisory frequency is approved.
True airspeed is compensated for pressure, altitude, and temperature. Indicated airspeed is just what the molecules are doing hitting your pitot tube.
Received. Clock VFR and change advisory frequency is approved. Good day.
Thank you. Good day. Team 4 Zulu Alpha, talking VFR.
Like at 10,000 feet, and things, and whenever ATC gives you an airspeed, it's always indicated, not true. It'll always be in knots, so you'll have to follow what it's on knots. For example, in an airliner, typically we're 250 until 10,000, and say if they want us 250 at 10,000, that actually trues out closer to 300 knots.
Okay.
Than 250.
600 Roger, stand by.
290 something. So, and that always jazzes up other people. Oh, they're going way faster. Yeah, it's because it's indicated.
Envoy 3741,
not necessarily true.
2 o'clock and 10 miles report in sight. Roger.
Now, in your average GA aircraft, your best ice indicator is going to be the windshield, although it's very hard to see ice on the windshield.
So I look down at the bottom maybe.
So you got to have something else on the airplane, what I would call a perpendicular protuberance, something sticking up from the airplane.
I've got
like
a little
your,
tiny metal.
like your gear indicator, like your little.
41 descend and maintain.
I'm looking at a mirror. A mirror.
Yeah, your mirror, the little thing sticking up from your gas flap. And those perpendicular protuberances will accumulate ice faster as the air around them is disturbed. The pressure drops, and ice will form more readily.
Okay. And those look good from what you're seeing.
You're picking up just the ever so slight trace. If you lean forward and look at the leading edge of your wing, you'll see just a few crystals.
I do.
Now, you notice here,
Alpha, November.
you're getting a clear spot.
Pulaski.
It'll be gone in a minute or two.
Okay.
It's so slight. And
So
this
if we stayed in that just way too long,
eventually, it would become antenna if you had to. But today we have options. Descend, fly the airways. Airways, all of a sudden, are useful and relevant. How low can we go
2,500.
on this one? You got it. Once we pass Greensboro, it's a little bit different. Particularly as we get up to Roanoke.
3,500. And then I think when we get closer, you have to be at 5,500.
Ah, so they're not always your best friend. You can get jammed up and eventually can't go any further.
So turn it around.
So keep that in mind.
I've done plenty of VFR turnarounds.
Yeah.
So I didn't run into this.
Yeah. This is why we're learning instruments.
600
Exactly.
Departure. Clearance void if not off by 2235. If not off by 2235, advise Greensboro approach of intentions no later than 2240. Time now 2227 and 3/4.
Hey, I'd love to have a head and hold. This plane. Oh, you can never trim. I mean, if I trim it now, it's got its own mind.
And helicopter calling Sagan call sign.
So the winds aloft are pretty close. Temperature at least.
But about helicopter 556 Mike Tango.
Now where you will see it, where the ice is the most dangerous, is on the leading edge of your wing.
Okay.
Eventually you'll get a frost line that'll start turning into horns. And you'll get these double horns that stick out, and that really destroys your leg.
Okay.
So you see it turning into a chunky line, and then you start seeing stuff growing from that.
Don't let it get any further.
Yeah, you got to do something. And you got to get out of it. Descend, land short.
November 6 Mike Tango, radar contact 15 miles northeast of.
I see little crystals on there.
Yes, little EB crystals, yeah. And then you get into a clear spot, and you'll subliminate it very fast. So is this no nice?
November 6 Mike Tango, Roger.
Yeah. Technically, we'll tell the examiner that we're in here floating around because we have a lot of options today.
Right.
IFR conditions, descent
Right.
lower.
If we didn't have, if we had IFR all the way
Right.
down,
No, that,
you're
and we can
risking.
climb. There's
Right.
clear air right there.
Okay.
You can, no, nothing says you can't get above it. Now, eventually, if it's too high, you won't have the performance to get above it. And you'll be stuck. All of a sudden, you're low, slow, still picking up ice up high.
Yeah. That's really
all of a sudden, you are quickly out of options.
Right.
So,
only climb
if you are confident, you know exactly where those tops are at. You have good reports. Right.
Maybe another 1,000,
and you know you're going to get out of it. But yeah, you're just
So what happens, so it's at -1 now, so at what point does it go down below 0 that you would stop picking it up? Would you stop picking it up at...
600 off right there.
Or would you pick it up all the way down to like negative something?
Well, it isn't a question of how cold it is, it's a question of how much moisture the air can hold at that temperature.
Okay.
Below about -20, particularly below -10.
Turn left heading 30 vector for your climb.
The air just doesn't hold as much moisture. Your worst icing is going to be between 0 and -10.
Okay.
Below, colder than negative, it's all possible that you can see ice colder than that. But it's particularly dangerous at those temperatures. But once you're down around -20, the actual moisture content of the air is so less that it's just not enough to accumulate. Or it accumulates, it subliminates as fast as it accumulates.
Okay.
So the end result is nothing.
So if right now, if we were at -20, you'd feel better. Well, actually, we wouldn't have clouds, would we?
Probably not.
Okay. So that's what you're saying.
I mean, you could. You'd be up way up high.
Okay.
Chances of that happening down low is pretty
not in
slim.
GA.
But yeah, you can have ice. You can even have super cool ice. You can be warm and get ice at certain parts.
I've read about that. Super cold droplets.
Yeah.
Maintain 3,000. Total Puxy cleared. RNAV 22 approach.
447, direct to Puxy, planning to maintain 3,000, clear for runway 22. GPS runway 22.
So, you know, today we have 3 good options, higher, lower, and VFR.
Okay.
I would say, particularly when you're starting out, have 2 good options until you get a little more experience and comfortable, and then have 1 good option that you know you can pull. Okay, so GSO, we're getting ready to cross that. What are we going to do with this VOR? We're going to navigate using this. We're just about over it, so it's going to flip. So what are we going to put in there to navigate?
The reciprocal?
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be very close to what you're doing now. What does it say on there?
Well, let's make our turn. .360.
There we go. And then let's find out what defines that Mayo's intersection.
Clear direct to Pulaski. Climb and maintain 12,000.
Check Pulaski, climb 12,000, Jet.
Jet 600, contact.
What VOR defines Mayo's?
124.0.
Just a little north.
2405, 600, thanks for your help, Steve.
Roger, low spirit, 1118, we're level 12,000, Mike.
So what defines Mayo?
Clear wings 1118, Greensboro departure, correction, Greensboro approach, runway 23 left, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000, 23 left, thanks, Spirit 1118.
November 07, Delta, descend and maintain 6,000.
Okay, 6,000, 07 Delta.
Danville?
Greensboro departure.
Does that line go right through the middle of Danville?
It does not.
Request VFR flight following to Stanley County.
Okay.
November 34 Zulu Alpha, Greensboro approach.
The Hickory?
Stand by, and the Greensboro altimeter 2974.
No.
So 108.7.
No. It is not.
2974, standing by. 40 left.
Oh. Barrett's Mountain.
No.
So 110.
Go back to Mayo's.
November 34 Zulu Alpha, squawk 0145.
See how they're zooming on males? There's a little tiny black arrow.
0145, towards the left.
Yes, I see it.
That's telling you the VOR from this side is pointing toward males. That's the one you use to define.
What arrow are you looking at?
That little black arrow.
That black arrow, okay.
November 4 Zulu Alpha, radar contact 3 miles southwest.
So just keep traveling up that radio
Stay altitude and maintain vehicle.
and find the VOR it's coming from.
2,300, and we'll maintain VFR Zenith 34 Zulu Alpha.
Ah, South Boston.
Okay, let's put it in.
110.4.
Approach Blue 5468, level 9,000, information Mike.
Blue Street,
And what's the radio coming off that?
Approach runway 23 left.
52.
All right, put it in. Let's see, even though Boston's way over there on the map,
360, vector
this
final approach course.
VOR is having no problems receiving it.
360,
Wow.
1118.
Now, so eventually we're going to the Roanoke VOR. Where are we going to switch VORs?
Change advisory frequency approved.
We got a flip at Hensby,
Very good,
or Henby.
very good.
Helicopter 08447, change advisory frequency approved.
Roger, 08447, change advisory.
-1. Now you like to keep your exhaust or cylinder head temps under 400.
It's a good rule of thumb. Ultimately, you have to do what your manual says, but
I think that's what we try to do, about
November
380.
6 Mike, correction, helicopter 556 Mike Tango is your destination inside Winston.
all the data shows that anything upwards of 400 leads to faster wear. Particularly the